welcome to another Teacher's Corner playthrough. I'm Teacher Kirby, and last time we finished the episode Cold Call. Oops, I see some flashies. There we go. Last time we finished the episode Cold Call, and this time we'll be doing the episode Out in the Cold in the Breen Invasion arc. So, we have lost contact with two transports en route to the outer colonies. There were more than 400 Deferi in those vessels, and with the rising threat from the Breen, I fear the worst. Their last known location was near VZA 4001, and I suggest that you start your search there. The Breen have no compunction against attacking civilian ships. We seek peace with the Breen, as we do with all beings, but they answer our offers of friendship with death and destruction. Find our ships. If there are any survivors, please bring them home safely. Go to VZA 4001, which is in the Deferi sector of the Alpha Quadrant, and search for missing Deferi transport ships. You will receive the following reward. Okay, so we'll receive a moderate amount of dilithium, expertise, and experience points. And we will also receive the Breen Transphasic Cluster Torpedo. Alright, so we will transwarp to the beginning location. Transwarp. Alright, and here we go. Enter VZA 4001. Sir, we are receiving an emergency distress signal from the Deferi freighter Sabak. I'm patching it through to the main view screen now, sir. To all ships in range, this is the Deferi freighter Sabak. We are under attack and require immediate assistance. We have no weaponry aboard and our shields are failing. Anyone who can hear this, please help. It must be one of the Breen raiding parties that we were warned about, sir. If we don't get there fast, there won't be anyone left aboard to save. I've located the Sabak by tracing their distress signal, sir, and we can engage on your command. Assist the Deferi freighter. We continue. Alright, let's find that freighter. We have some enemies to fight. And we see there's the Sabak. We have an incoming transmission. Thank you for saving us. Our sister ship, the Pak Tau, was waylaid by Breen raiders at our scheduled rendezvous point. We made a micro-warp jump as soon as the Breen arrived and used the magnetic field of the comet to hide our energy signature. But the Breen have better sensors than we do. They found us. If you hadn't come along when you did, we would have been obliterated. I'm worried about the Breen being at our next stop, so I'm going to try to get there ahead of schedule and be gone before they arrive. If you could, please find the Pak Tau. There were dozens of people aboard that ship. This is the Deferi ship Pak Tau. We escaped from the Breen slaver attack, and our antimatter containment unit and warp coils are non-functional. We need some replacement parts immediately. We're on the edge of a warp core breach. Is there any ship in range? Please, we need help. Alright, so they need help. We're gonna go find them. Where is the Pactao? Well, let me double check. Need to make sure that we know where to look for our temporal probe. And it is... where is it? On Xeris and out in the cold. Okay. Let's go find the Pactao. I believe they are there. Beam parts aboard the Pactao. Sir, the Breen ships. There are Breen ships inbound at warp 7. 2 waves from the look of it. The first should be on top of us in a few seconds. Battle stations. Defend the Pactao. According to sensors, they are this way. You shall not steal our power. Ha ha ha. There we go. There's another one. Where is it? Aha, the Sarthel. Take that. And I shall heal thyself. Ha ha. Thank you for your fortunate assistance. We should be fine from here. I want to catch up with our sister ship, the Sabak. They fled at the first sight of the Breen raiders. We heard some of the slavers who attacked us talking about the Zarya system. If you want to take care of the Breen menace for good, you might want to start by looking for them there. And continue. Course laid in for the Zarya system, sir. Looks like there's nothing there of interest, just a broken planetoid. The system scans the Deferi provided are fairly out of date, though, so something may have changed. Standing by to engage on your command, sir. Travel to the Zarya system. Basically, this is one of the patrols for the Aiding the Deferi, the space portion of this. Another one later on that we unlock from doing this mission, the ground portion is another one of the, or a shortened version of the ground portion is another one of the missions. Alright, and let's get rid of that. Clicky clicky, there we go. Flashy flashy, alright. So now we're going to the Zarya system. There it is. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Flying, flying. Moving right along, right along, right along. Okay. And at least we're able to travel at a decent speed of warp 9.97. And we can continue Cracked Core, which is the submission of Out in the Cold. So somewhere on this planet is going to be our temporal probe. Sir, that destroyed planet has a dilithium-rich core. It looks like the Breen have set up a mine inside the remains of the planetoid, and, true to form, they're using all the captured Teferi as slave labor. We'll have to defeat the Breen picket squadrons before we can beam down to the mine. It looks like there is only a small force, sir. Defeat the Breen force guarding the planetoid. Alright. Space battle. Here we come. Shall not steal our energy. I have hazard emitter. Haha. Little trick, hazard emitters do stop the energy drain from the Breen ships. So if they are draining your energy, press your hazard emitters and it will immediately stop. Alright, that's 2 out of 4. That's 3 out of 4. And our last bit, I'd be willing to bet, is going to be on the other side there. It's probably going to be the other extreme this way. Of course, as we double back, there they are. We can, of course, pick up some of our items. Alright, and we have dispatched the picket line. Let's claim our flashy flashies. Flashy flashies, oh no. That's the last of the scout squadron, sir. Unfortunately, we can't just beam up the ferry. The Breen have some sort of transporter disruptor in place. We need to get down there and disable it before we can rescue the ferry slave laborers. Beam down and rescue the ferry. Alright, so beam down. And accept. With our 4 engineers, this should be really easy. Sir, sensors are showing that the Breen are using 3 separate transport disruptors. We need to knock out the disruptors before we can transport any of the prisoners back to the teacher's corner. The transport disruptors appear to be specifically keyed to the ferry physiology. That would allow the Breen to beam in and out at will, but the prisoners would be trapped. It also explains why our transporter signal wasn't disrupted. We will need to neutralize any Breen guard groups inside as well. We can't risk any unexpected Breen technology that might interfere with our rescue operation. Disable the transport disruptors and engage the Breen guard. Alright. So we see 2 Breen guards there. Now here's a neat trick. If we don't want to get too close, we can target and then send all of our guys after our target. Ha ha ha, isn't that neat? And now you'll notice all of our guys have returned to normal. Alright, now first things first, we disable the transporter. I don't see anything about our... There it is, our temporal probe. Alright, it's that way, 54 meters. Let's see if we can find it. If we're lucky, it might just be in this room. We are very lucky. Yay! Alright, and there we go. Unlock temporal probe. Oh, I hate the words. Power, lame, and juke. So, escort, I see. Press to no. No, 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 no. Okay, oh, there it is. Probably lame. Middle, okay. I'm gonna test a theory here. Yep, it's the middle. Interesting theory here. And let's see. Nope, okay. Well, let's see. Disruptor, Fallout, Ort? The heck is that? Let's see. I was going with the theory that if it was the middle at first, it would be the middle for all three. Obviously, that was not the case. Alright, so it's going to be the bottom. This probe's been used for a multitude of deliveries. The Nicole are conducting dilithium mining operations here without anyone noticing, including the Breen. From what I can tell, they're sending the dilithium to their cohorts, since their ships need it for time travel. Let's put a stop to that now. Shut the probe down. And get some components. Ooh, power surge regulator. Always useful when crafting beam upgrades. Alright, we've finished our temporal probe, and now we can continue with the mission. First thing we want to do inspect the prison cell. These prison cells are tied into the transporter inhibitors. Shutting the inhibitors down should allow us to rescue the captured Teferi. I'm also reading additional Teferi life signs on other levels. Based on preliminary readings, all cells are connected to the same mechanism. Alrighty. So we've inspected the prison cells, and now we're going through here. That made quick work of them. Let's send our guys in to clear out some of the area. And there we go. There we go. Doo-doo-doo. Kill the brain. Okay. And now you see there's a transport inhibitor. Right. So I'm going to deactivate. There we go. That's one of 3. There's also some crafting materials here. I'm going to go ahead and scan them. Duranium ore. You can never have enough duranium ore. Almost. And then we continue on. Send our guys in to attack. This is one of our tricks for controlling our bridge officer. Send our guys in. And as you can see, that's a nice little trick for controlling your bridge officer. And we can easily clear the room that way. And we're going to do the same thing here. And send them in. Now, here's another little trick. As long as we're over here, you see there's Breen over there. They're far enough away that we won't aggro them as long as we stay here. But I can use this same trick, send my guys over there, and they can go and fight while I'm clearing out this lovely little thing here. So my guys are clearing that other side. This will make it a lot easier for me when I go over there. And as you can see, now all the guys are dead. And all I have to do, or most of them anyway, found one still alive. Found a couple still alive, okay. But as you can see, most of them were dead when I came over. Nice, neat little trick you can use when you need to clear 2 sides of something. And let's go ahead and get this tetrazine gas. Yay! We got it. Alright, so now we move on. I'm going to use the same trick, send our guys ahead. The sniper rifle symbol up here will... See, this way, they're targeted on the enemies are targeted on the constructions my guys are making, and on my guys instead of me. That's all the disruptors and guards, sir. I'm picking up a new contact aboard the station. We may have aroused the curiosity of the Breen commander. We should make sure the Teferi have beamed away safely before investigating this new threat. Check on the Teferi captive. The captive Teferi, sorry. So we disabled the force field, which keeps us here, and move along to the captive Teferi, which are... Where are they? Oh, there's the cells. Okay. This is where the cells were, so you check. And they're all gone. We have confirmation that all Teferi prisoners are transported safely. We are cleared to return. You are the one known as Sirhan. I was expecting someone more impressive. After all, Thought Win was one of my most reliable veterans. Defeating him must have pushed you to your limits. I'd like to say that I am looking forward to meeting you in person, but because I expect Thought Gran to end your life here, I am afraid that won't be possible. You've been interesting, but ultimately insignificant. Farewell. So they're going to select all their fire on Thought Gran. I died. Oh no. Let's try this again. Let's get rid of his underlings first. And then we're left with only the big guy. There we go. Oh, there we go. One more. That ought to do it. We have finished. That's it. Now that we've taken care of the officer in charge, this entire mining operation should fall apart. But who sent that message? Thought Trell? Could he be who is behind all of the problems from the Teferi are having? Words are hard. We'll need to look into this in more detail, sir. Starfleet should be able to send patrols to ensure that the Breen don't set up shop here again. Or perhaps the Teferi will establish a dilithium mine here themselves. We can leave whenever you are ready, sir. Depart system. So we've completed everything, and now we beam out. And now we hail Ambassador Sarah. The survivors are on their way home, and we will be sending an expedition out to assess the viability of operating the mines ourselves. I think it would be wise to consider a joint operation with your government. The resources in the Zarya system are rare, and the best way to maintain the balance may be to share them with you. Thank you for all of your assistance. Your actions help to preserve the balance. Okay, and of course the only choice we have is the green transphasic cluster torpedo. I don't know why they do that, make us choose. So now we have, you'll see, rescued Teferi captives. This is a very quick little thing where you go up against the Breen, and we have emancipation, which is basically a shortened version of what we just did. Okay, and so that is out in the cold from the Breen Invasion arc. Join me next time when we play Cold Comfort. See you then.